All right, what's up, guys? So I wanted to expand on a video about Argentina and just living here. Here's Mika. It was part 4 of a vlog that I just made, and I want to kind of talk about this and explain my experience. So basically, before I start, I have to explain that I was raised in the USA, but I'm French, half American. My American side is Ukrainian. It's only a few generations in anyways, right? Hasn't been in America for so long. And so I moved to Romania, and I lived in Romania for 5 years. I learned the language, everything, had a whole life there, and then randomly, just out of nowhere, moved to Argentina. It's a long story, but right now is not, you can read, it's not in my book, Pisces Live 9 Lives, which is available on any Amazon, but I want to explain, just talk about Argentina, and so basically, I moved here randomly because I wasn't planning on it. I didn't even plan this trip to South America. I just was in a really rough place in my life, and I needed a change. I ended up visiting Colombia, then Peru, then Argentina, which was actually astrologically on a very bad, what I thought was a very difficult line, but I was always so fascinated by the country. Same with Brazil, right? Brazil's line, the Mars I see, is the one I'm really afraid of based on my astrocartography. Anyways, I went anyways. It wasn't fireworks right away or anything like that. But I felt this pull to stay here. And I had some synchronicities. One was a friend that I had made on Instagram who now isn't my friend. And then a girl who nothing ended up happening. But then also just lots of synchronicities, like even this apartment, the land, I had 2 people, this one taxi driver when I was still kind of making my mind up. I had this life-changing talk with him. He was March 17th, wise old man. I'm March 18th. And then my landlord, she has literally this is I meditated and I manifested this place, right? Because it's hard to find a place that accepts cats. And I only looked at one place. It was this place, because after I meditated, I went on the website, I found it. And when I did the lease signing and stuff, we FaceTimed, and she's young, lives in Spain, good looking, cool. She's a psychologist. She does lots of and literally over here, that is the Egyptian zodiac, and she's March 17th also, which is okay. So I knew I was meant to be here, but literally when I first got here, there was a dengue mosquito infestation. My first ever day, I went on, I always go on walks. I went on a walk. I took the worst, even until today. I think I know where I was now, but I just go in a direction, and I went in the most industrial, shitty, not even a safe area, honestly. I wasn't scared at all, but it's not, it was during day. It wasn't a ghetto or anything like that, but it was just very I walked 2 hours. If I would have gone any other direction, it would have been amazing. I could have gone towards Palermo. I could have gone towards, all that's over there behind Palermo. I could have gone. I guess there are other directions I could have gone that were a lot worse, but I could have gone towards La Boca, Puerto Madero, that area. But whatever. Either way, my time here has been. I've been very aware of the massive Neptune transits, and my first year, 2024, was just very crazy for all of us, right, Mika? Now we're finally kind of stabilized. So just to show you kind of some things with the astrology involved, 3rd house, Black Moon Lilith, I always have. So I actually have really amazing neighbors. I mean, I haven't really talked to them that much, but they're just a great family. The guy, I've met him twice. He's really, really nice. I could just tell. I've seen them around a few times. Really good energy, really good vibes. My friend who stays here, my only good friend Ashe, who in Buenos Aires, she said really good things about them. So I actually do have good neighbors. But with a 3rd house Pluto, conjunct Lilith on the IC, I always have drama with neighbors, even though I'm a very drama-free person. And it wasn't their fault at all. It was just the fact that even my landlord didn't know. When I signed the lease, and I could have left if I wanted to, but that's not how I am. I would have lost my whole deposit, but regardless, there was the most insane construction last year, right? So I get to this new place, and first few months, I guess because there's 2 stories, because they have the penthouse on 5th floor. So like it wasn't noisy, but then I was kind of worried because like they were living in the two, they own both units. So I was like, damn, this is perfect, right? Like I don't, because like I had just come from an Airbnb experience where it was a nice Airbnb, like not like super nice, but it was dope. Like I was so psyched about the location. It looked like, oh, like it was like a nice little loft. It wasn't like obviously big enough for what I need for my kitties, but regardless, it was such thick or skinny walls that having my TV on, like literally like nothing, was like crazy, you know. And this neighbor just kept coming over to me, and I was watching, like it was like a small, way smaller TV than that, on like a Sony TV or Sony or whatever, Samsung TV, smaller, at like 15 volume or something, you know. But like it was that, so I was like super adamant when I was signing the lease, like, please, like I don't want to hear my neighbors. I don't want to be tormented by that. Anyways, I'm not gonna like blab on about that. The whole point is I had to leave the country because one, like it was so loud every day from 9 to 5, and this is only a few months. Like the first few months were fine, and then by I don't even know, maybe like the first month was fine, but then, you know, month or 2 months, then every single day, 9 a.m. besides weekends, 9 a.m. to 5 nonstop. I mean, I guess they stopped for lunch. The most insane construction you could ever imagine, and it was just right above me. Like I couldn't, like, even earplugs, music, whatever. I have the best earplugs in the world that I've always used, that you can use it. Like they block all the sound for nearly everything. Like it was like going straight into my like it was insane. I was going crazy, and I'm someone who likes to stay up late. So I had to start, like, for a while, like I had to start like even like being up, and I work from home. It was impossible, right? So obviously you can imagine the financial strain, and I have other obligations too, you know. I'm not gonna like get into my you know, personal life back home or Romania. I say back home, but I just feel like home. But let's just say that I'm not the kind of guy that's just gonna like abandon someone I care about, right? So super stressful year on that level. But being in Colombia was amazing. Mostly Santa Marta. I went to Medellin, is cool, but it's like too many foreigners, and just not really my vibe right now. I'm not really like in the party zone at the moment, but I did have some good times there. Met two cool friends. One really cool one, astrologer, took me to a cat cafe. And then she came to the Afterlife show with me. It was really good. But yeah, so basically that was like right when I first came to Colombia. But yeah, so I had to like leave for 2 months, you know. And I found, like, you know, in Santa Marta, it's like on the Caribbean, so it's very healing, very good nature. And come to think of it, like during the peak like of those Neptune transits, like that, like being able to go in the sea was the most magical thing. I think anyone going through Neptune transits, like, go in the sea. It's crazy. The ocean, the sea, and just float. Like, I'm not trying to sound weird or like anything, but going through Neptune transits, which Neptune is the ocean, I was meditating, like swimming. I've never enjoyed it that much. Like, it was fucking insane. The downloads, and I think that's the rep. If you can figure it out and afford it in your life, it allows it. Just getting in as much water as you possibly can, especially like during Neptune chill places. But yeah, that was great. And it's a small town. It's not huge, right? It's not like it's not tiny either. It's the perfect size. Honestly, Colombia, I really like it. I just don't like how many Westerners are there, and I could feel like I don't want to be somewhere where I'm not welcome. Argentina, it's like I look Argentine. Like, I never ever, like, I live next to like a pretty touristy like place, Cementerio de Recoleta, and like whenever I walk there, like they never like try to like ask me, like it just looks like I'm from here, you know. Like, look at me. Like, if you go to Argentina, like I look more Argentine than most Argentines, because I've always been told I look Italian or Moroccan or some shit, or like, you know. And there's, you know, here Argentina is a lot of Italians, like immigrants, right? Anyways, so last year was just like this crazy year. Like, even like getting my 3 cats here was hell, and, you know, even going through like the breakup, it's just not easy, right? Just so much change, with the neighbors stuff, like not knowing, like, okay, are they ever going to finish? It took them so long. I think, I forget if it was like July, like I came back in August, and I think I think they were essentially wrapping up, or maybe like mostly finished when I came back. But I stayed all June, all July, the whole Euro essentially, which was really stupid because it's like when there's the World Cup or the Euro, I guess it wasn't stupid. It was still nice, but it's I'm gonna be watching football. Like that month is like my escape. I'm gonna be watching most games. I still work, but like I'm gonna be like making my schedule around the games. Especially France, obviously. But I still like to see all the games as much as I can. But yeah, so that was fun, and the Copa America, being in Colombia for that was fucking cool. And they played Argentina in the final, and I literally said to my Instagram, I was like, whoever wins this final, I'm living there. And I'm crazy like that. So Argentina won. I was kind of sad, which is weird because like I'm French. We lost Argentina in the final of the World Cup, and I hadn't yet developed. I'm a huge fan of River Plate. I don't like saying River Plate. I'm in love with that team, and that's one of my biggest reasons for I just couldn't leave here feeling okay, because I love this team. I'm a socio. I go to I've gone to every home game this season so far, and it's been a dream of mine my whole life. I'm such a huge obsessed with football, but being able to have a team that I love in where it's good football, right? Like in the city I live in, where I can just take a taxi and it's literally the best stadium. Like it's the highest average attendance of any stadium. That includes Real Madrid, that includes Barcelona, that includes Manchester teams, that includes Liverpool, that includes Paris. Paris is not that big. In the world, all the German teams, doesn't matter. It's number one, And it's so around 90,000 people at every single game. It's crazy, and it's all passion. It's the best energy ever. There's no hate. There's no, it's just pure love and singing, and it's like a vortex energetically. So that's one thing, and just Argentina itself is so rich, and there's so much it's an extreme place. You have things that suck that you just have to adapt to. Economically, it's very, very bad. I can't complain being a foreigner and whatnot, right? But I'm just saying objectively my experience, in Romania and other places I've lived, it's I can kind of go into a grocery store, and the amount of times I ask cuánto cuesta, how much does this cost? I have to ask for nearly everything, and I used to be someone that wouldn't do that because I could just assume in my head and be always spot on. Okay, this is gonna cost this much. Pasta, $8 for spaghetti, even more sometimes. I don't spend that. Or you can get the stuff they make in Argentina, which is normal price. If you want Italian pesto, right? It's gonna it was once I was at a shop. I live in an area where things are more expensive too. It was $18, which is something worth 2 or 3. Yeah. So there's always those things, but at the end of the day, this year, and there's just so many fun electronic music concerts I went to last year. I had a really amazing energy, the energy of the people it's so open and so loving. You feel so free. It's of every country I've been to, and I've gone to concerts in a lot, or electronic music concerts in a lot of places. Argentina to me is the best, consistently. Now Romania obviously is more so for Untold, and Untold is the festival in Cluj, where it's people from all over the world are coming. So it's can you really judge? Even though it's mostly Romanians, which is amazing. It's hard to judge like that. But yeah, it's just special, and so I guess it kind of took me to where I'm at now, where I've kind of lost the feeling to go out. I've been really introverted this year, and there's been periods where I don't leave the house, and I'm just working or just doing my thing, but there's still that sense I'm in these Saturn, Neptune really hard transits, and just not to be hard on myself, and just to know that it's what God wants, right? I know there's so much to explore in this country, and I know that astrologically I don't blame it on the plans or anything like that, but I do allow myself to understand the potential outcomes, because with Neptune you can't decide how much energy you're gonna have. Like, you can push yourself to do things, like I pushed myself to work out yesterday, right? But you can't predict your dreams. Neptune is very linked to your dreams. So if you wake up starting your day with the most fucked up dream, like, how is your day gonna be? Regardless, yeah, it's been good, and there's still something in me that is curious about, like, what the thing is here. Like, you asked me about Romania, like, it doesn't feel like I'll never be there again. It's highly possible, especially when you think about, but I don't like the idea. It's kind of like a relationship. Like, I don't want to be with someone in a relationship, even if, like, logically, there's like a low chance of us getting married. Like, I wouldn't like waste my time in a relationship. To me, that's like I get it. Like, people, you can be more casual and stuff like that. But for me, I don't know. I just don't feel like being in a relationship where, unless there's that chance of marriage, or like, not marriage, like, that's a big word, but like, I like, if it's too casual, you get what I'm trying to say. If like, it just doesn't make sense. So with, like, same thing with a country, I don't want to live somewhere where I'm like, okay, I'm only going to be here for 1 year, because I don't know. I thought I was going to be in Romania forever. I told my family, told everyone, and then out of nowhere I moved, and I'm just crazy like that. Life is crazy like that, right? So who knows? Maybe, like it's not out of the realm of possibility that, even though I do feel like there's a lot left, like, things are really expensive here. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's not like America, but it kind of is. That made a lot of sense. Like, it's not. There's not a lot of ways to live cheaply here, right? And it's like, I'm not gonna get into the economics of things, but basically, like, if I were to lose this iPhone, for example, like, and now I know people, so I have some connections, but still, like, I gave my friend my backup phone because she had, like, no phone, and hers got stolen. So yeah, if this phone were to, like, something happened to it, the cost of, like, an Apple product, it's, like, pretty much double. Obviously you can find other ways around it, but, like, that's just an example of the cost of living, and then, buying anything made outside of Argentina. But besides that, if everything works out on that level, the more Saturnian level, I've really kind of slowly, and that's kind of the Saturn effect. I've started to slowly, like, enjoy it more and more, and even, like, my apartment, like, now there's no noise, it's peaceful. I was worried that, like, even when they moved, because now they're moved into the place above me, I was worried, like, well, what if I can hear everything they say, or they can hear everything I say? But I think that they built it in a way where, yeah, I don't hear. I mean, sometimes I hear the kid running, but it just, it's nothing abnormal or bad, right? It's totally chill, totally cool. And then, yeah, there's just so much left. Like, I haven't done anything, like I have, but, like, there's, like, I feel like the first year is just me learning the language, me kind of getting used to things, and now I'm in the process of grounding, which people are gonna think, like, it would sound like this is, like, showing off, and I am grateful for it, but, like, you have to know, like, I wish this year I could just stay here all year. That's my honest truth. But my best friend, Trey, is getting married in France, right next to where my dad lives, this summer, or this Northern Hemisphere summer in June. So I've already made plans to go there. Then I, see my dad and other stuff, Greece, and my other best friend lives in Greece. I need to go see her. And then Romania, of course. So, I mean, I don't really know how it's going to go, but the point is, like, and I need to see my mom, right, before then, so I'd probably go to the U.S., then Europe. And, like, I know that sounds like, wow, you're so lucky, but it's like, I am, and I'm very fortunate all these people are healthy and whatnot, and I have all these people, all these people and all that. But, like, the thing is, like, I wish it could just be next year, because last year was so much movement. It wasn't, like, forced. Like, I would have stayed here and done that if the noises weren't existing. You know, of course I have to leave the country every 90 days, but I can just go to Uruguay. I can just take a boat to Uruguay, you know, and come back, and I'm good. I haven't done that yet, but I think I have to leave in like 2 weeks, actually. Shit. But regardless, I'll probably go to Peru. I have some stuff to do there too. But yeah, so the point is, like, I do really like it here. I mean, I'm still very curious about it. It's not. It's just like I definitely think that there's a reason that I moved here. There's a reason I moved everywhere, and usually there is, like, you know, if I think of every place I've lived, there is either like one super important like friendship or relationship, you know, and no, I'm not like saying that that's a rule that has to happen, you know, every place I live, but you know, it would make sense. And hold on. It would make sense, and I think that now, yeah, like I said, I'm just in the process of kind of getting grounded and trying to finish out. I'm gonna plug this. Trying to finish out these transits, and I'm very interested and very curious to see how things will be for me when I have, instead of all these Saturn and Neptune just doing everything to every part of my chart, Moon, Sun, etc. Like, I'm curious to see how it will be if I'm still here when I don't have that, when I have my Jupiter return this June, or May or June, and when, you know, Neptune is moved away from my zones, my mutable zones. And yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, and I think like there's so much to explore here, and you know, I just pray that God like makes all like the more Saturnian day-to-day stuff, you know, like my work and all that, like I hope that like I'm not being negatively affected in some way I can't see. But like I guess my biggest thing, and this might be of use to anyone, when you go through certain transits, like especially Neptune transits, your reality gets very foggy, and it's best to not make big decisions like just out of nowhere, you know? I'm not saying you can't make decisions, but like you have to really like meditate and feel into your intuition. And like when I do that, I see like there are lots of things I miss, I miss in Romania, but like, you know, would it feel good to just go back there, you know, like at this point? What's meant to be will be, you know. I really do believe that. I really have seen that in my own life, that, you know, when it comes to people and places, like a lot of stuff is fated, right? So, yeah, I mean, and just in terms of Argentine culture, I love the passion. I love, like, when you go to the football matches, like, I just feel like a part of it, you know. I felt that in Romania too, but like, hold on, let me see if Ina's here. Nope. I don't know. I just feel like I blend in, and when I learn the language, I feel like my accent's gonna be very good. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like we'll see what happens. Like, we don't know. That's the mystery of life, right? Like, I could move, or I could just completely just be like like, you know, blend in and just like be Argentine, you know, like obviously, you know, who knows? You never know what's gonna happen. Like, anyways, I'm here for it regardless. And what else can I say that would be like kind of interesting? Yeah, just being like in Argentina and South America, it's just such a different energy than Europe or America, or even Southeast Asia. I don't know. I just love Spanish, and I'm just super curious to see where it goes. And I've felt that with every place I've ever lived, which is what, like 7 or 8. There always feels like this time where the energy starts to get stale, right? It's like a lunar phase, and it's like very obvious to everyone that, you know, my time is up in that place. So it just doesn't feel like that yet, but you also never know. Fucking Neptune. Anyways, I hope this video does anything good to anyone, or like, I don't know. But yeah, like when it comes to moving, and taking that risk, I think people should do it. I think people like, if you're able to, I think you should travel. I think you should regardless of where you're from, just know that like there's no objective truth to this country being shit or this country being amazing. Like it's like with relationships, I guess there's some extremes, but it's really like more of like a match, it's like to one person, their dream country might be Switzerland or Germany. For me, like I'm good on that, right? Nothing against, so it's like, it really, you kind of have to like not listen to mainstream narratives and, oh, this country this country that. Like you'll be like going to Romania was the biggest mind-blowing thing when I first arrived there. Like I thought it was gonna be like dangerous and shit, and it's like the fucking safest place, especially in Transylvania. Like it's so safe, like so much safer than anywhere I'd ever lived. So that kind of like blew my mind. I was like, damn, like like we were thinking that there was gonna be like a mafia and that like I shouldn't bring this expensive-ish, not even that expensive, like Eddie Bauer suitcase or something. No, it's like getting to that airport, it was like so relaxed, so just such a peaceful place. And here I know that there's bad parts of every country, but it's been very peaceful for me. And it's interesting because when my dad and his girlfriend and my brother visited, they didn't really like it. I mean, they liked parts, but they were very naggy about it. And I'm like, damn, either you guys just suck at traveling or care too much about stupid shit. I don't know what it is. But anyways, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, definitely don't just believe what anyone says about a country. Even what I'm saying about these countries, like we all have different value systems that that kind of reflect what we like in a country. All right, that's it. Thank you. Ciao.